Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and give my review on Married to Medicine. This is the reunion part one. Let me just say something. Okay, I just want to complain for just a couple of minutes. From what I can see so far, the reunion looks like it's going to be pretty good. I was telling my sister, based off of the trailer, the reunion looked like it was going to be complete trash. Whoever put together the trailer for the Married to Medicine reunion, sweetie, you need to get your pink slip. Because they had so many moments in the first part of this reunion that could have made the trailer for the reunion better than what it was. And based off of what I see that's coming up for part two, like I was really disappointed in when they first released the Married to Medicine trailer for the reunion. I was like, I don't know, because Heavenly, Dr. Heavenly, she been online talking about, girl, it's gonna be good, and basically, I guess they was cutting up or whatever she said. And I'm like, well, girl, I can't tell because it's giving very much, girl. This could have been an email, girl. This could have been a Zoom call because it don't look like y'all really giving me nothing. But then I turned on the reunion last night and I'm like, well, girl, the girls is girling. Girl, the girls are cutting up. And it looks like they're going to continue to cut up. Yeah, whoever was in charge of putting this trailer together for the reunion, Married to Medicine Season 9, they need to be disposed of. Okay? Simone. It starts off with Simone basically walk. I thought Simone looked so pretty, girl. I did. When she had the little red jumpsuit, her heels, she looked so girly and feminine to me. And the wind was blowing in her hair. I thought she was so cute. Contessa. Dr. Contessa. Miss Peaches, you better come get this rock wild. Girl, remember that? Some of y'all too young for that. Girl, Contessa was out there on them people concrete acting like a rock wall. Girl, a pit bull in a skirt. Contessa trying to fight Heavenly. Dr. Simone is basically telling them, can y'all get Contessa out of our trailer, please? Girl, y'all saw Heavenly then start cutting up until she had one foot back inside of her trailer. Because when Contessa was on that concrete and you was on that concrete, girl, you weren't saying too much of nothing. It wasn't until Dr. Heavenly had that one foot back inside that trailer to when she started talking mess and Dr. Simone had to hold her back. Anyways, girl, they go around. Andy goes, he does what he does at the beginning of the reunions. He goes around and he speaks to the ladies. Girl, is my thing okay. He goes to Toya. Can I say something? The first part is okay. I've seen more than a few people online who just don't like Quad. Sweetie, Quad ain't going nowhere. This first part of the reunion was pretty much the Quad show. They only got 3 parts, y'all. So it's not like we got 7 or 8 parts and everybody gonna have their own part. Girl, this first part of the reunion revolved around Quad pretty much. So yeah, Quad probably ain't going nowhere. Toya says that's my husband, but when other people don't have husbands, they're not allowed. Okay, Toya. So are you saying that if you have a husband, they can talk about Dr. Eugene, but if you don't have a husband, I guess AKA Quad, that you need to shut up? All right. Let's go ahead and get into the fashions. I'll just go ahead and say my favorite was Quad. I thought Quad looked great from head to toe. Everything about Quad was together. Mama legs looked good. Her hair looked amazing. Makeup was amazing. She looked young, refreshed. I thought she low key was sickening. I thought Dr. Simone looked nice. I thought Heavenly looked nice. Jackie just gonna sit there and be perched. I thought Jackie looked amazing sitting down. When I tell all Dr. Jackie legs were hanging out, I say yes, ma'am. Anila looked nice, even though you could see Anila's undergarments. I thought that was absolutely a complete disaster. I hate when I can see like your Spanx or your undergarments under your dress. Listen, if you want to wear a sheer dress, you need to have the appropriate undergarments on. Either you have to come out there, baby, ass out, or either you have to make sure that the dress that you're wearing, the sheer part may have to be darker than, I don't know. I saw Anila's dress standing up and I was like, girl, I could see her, pretty much I could see her Spanx. I mean, girl, everybody could see it. You can see her undergarments. Like even with Dr. Heavenly, with her like bustier, whatever she had on, it fit her dress. It almost like it was made like that. Anila's dress, girl, that part didn't come with that dress. Okay. Toya had on the maxi dress with duct tape tied around her titties and her neck. I said, where is Toya? Looked a fool. From the neck up, Toya looked nice. I thought Toya's makeup was nice. I liked the ponytail. But it was that duct tape. I said, girl, y'all really got some duct tape going around this girl's neck. I didn't understand I don't know if that, okay, listen, I don't know if that was part of the dress. It looked so random. Girl, it looked random. It really looked random to me. I was just like, I don't. But I'm going to tell y'all who looked a complete and utter disaster. Dr. Contessa got too much face and too much body. Contessa is a very gorgeous woman with an amazing body. When I tell y'all Dr. Contessa looked like a contestant from the RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars. RuPaul's Drag Race Season 6 contestant. Girl, Rockwalder, Dr. Rockwalder, Dr. Pitbull, coming to the stage. RuPaul's Drag Race next contestant. What's Contessa's drag name? We're gonna give Contessa a drag name. Girl, Miss Pitbull in a skirt. Girl, Contessa, look, you look the fool. Contessa looked like a drag queen at the Los Angeles RuPaul Drag Race show. Contessa looked the fool. See, this is the problem. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't know who these stylists are. I don't. But my spirit tells me, and I'm not mad at the girls for giving the kids a shot, but I feel what my spirit is telling me is that the girls go and get some of the gays that swear that they know about fashion. And I think also because for whatever reason people think that gay men are just, girl, fashion icons, and girl, gay men walk around here looking like a mess all the time. It feels as though Contessa got some gay guys and girl, a couple of drag queens and was like, girl, I need y'all to do me up for the reunion. And the girls was like, girl, since the theme is Vegas, we're gonna give you an old nasty drag, an old nasty RuPaul's Drag Race look. Sweetie, Contessa is not a drag artist. She's a doctor. Contessa, you look the fool. Dr. Contessa, you look the fool. Contessa, and that's not no dig at you. That's a dig at the motherfuckers who you let put you in that bullshit. Okay. Anyways, girl, let's keep on going. They talk about they give Quad's package. I think Mason is so adorable. He is made for TV. Some of these kids, like Mason, even though I can't stand her ass or racist heifer. Remember Jenny from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Her little daughter. I forgot her name. Cameron, Casey. I don't know. Some of these kids are made for TV. I think Mason is one of them. Quad. They, of course, asked Quad about Mason. She basically says that the mother was moving from Tennessee to, I guess, Memphis, Tennessee. Isn't that where Quad is from? Was moving from Memphis, Tennessee to Atlanta, and girl, can we just call a thing a thing? Girl, Quad needed somewhat of a storyline. Okay, so Quad said, "Go ahead and let my little nephew move down here." And girl, we're gonna make it do what it do. Girl, you can get them back in 3 to 4 months. Girl, you ain't gonna get me to believe. You ain't, baby. When I said that lady walked into that house, girl, like I told you, I'm not saying that just because you don't have your kids, that means that you a crackhead. But I was expecting that lady to be a crackhead horror. And when that lady walked in that house, when Mason's mama walked into that house and she was normal, just like me and you, I said, well, bitch, what a crackhead whore that I was expecting to walk through the door. She not no crackhead, and she not no whore. I don't know if she a whore or not, but she not no crackhead. So I was just like confused. I know that sounds mean, but I was thinking that, girl, the mother probably had to be going through something for her not to have her child. Because most people, if they're not going through something, they have their children, right? But the mama was just like, "Hey, what's up, mate? What's up, Mason? Hey, Quad." I'm like, okay, was she seem all right? I don't know, girl. I think Quad needed Mason for a storyline in the conversation. Quad says that nothing is a challenge for me. I can adapt to any situation. Quad, shut up, girl. Bitch, girl. Girl, we can adapt to any situation, but you're not gonna sit here and act like, girl, you sitting over there with that baby. Girl, let me say something. Girl, the couple of times that I have watched my nieces, girl, I have to come home and go to sleep for at least 3 days. Because I be woe out. I haven't watched them in a long time. I remember the last time I probably watched them was when my sister had Bailey. And that was just for a few hours. Girl, and then, girl, anyways, girl, it was just for a few hours. And girl, I had to, baby, by the time I got them out of my sight, I had to go home and, baby, put a dagger. Girl, y'all don't know about the dagger, girl. I was about to go into the originals, girl. I had to dagger myself, honey. And go to sleep, because, baby, them little girls wore me the fuck out. So I'm just like, girl, Quad over here trying to act like, girl, oh, it's not a big deal. I can adapt to any situation. Girl, can you really, Quad? Okay, girl. Toya. My nose is peeling, y'all. I'm so mad. I was just on the phone with my sister, and even she was telling me, you need to leave your nose alone. Girl, my nose is peeling around here, and I keep peeling it while it's peeling. Or trying to get back to its normal state. And now I done mess it up and it's red around here, and I'm so angry. All right, so Toya. Toya sounds like a hater at the end of the day, and Toya sounds like a liar. We're going to have to call a thing a thing. The same way Quad is delusional and trying to act like, girl, her having her nephew over there is just ain't that big of a deal because I can adapt to any situation. You're a goddamn lie. Your ass was stressed out and your nerves was bad. Because I know if I had to just outright start taking care of one of my nieces, girl, I would be over here in the closet crying. Okay? So here go Toya. They asked about, I guess what she thought about Quad's home. I'm not one of those people that walks around and goes into people's homes and basically can tell you if it's ugly. Girl, Toya, just say either the house is nice or you didn't like the house. I don't have to go to your home and have a grand tour of your home to know if your home is nice or not. I could tell by the time I walk in and do a quick glance around, because nobody's walking into anybody's home and not taking a quick look 1-2. Okay, this is cute. You see what I'm saying? So for Toya to be acting like Toya, just say, and then Toya also said, "You've been a hater, so there's no reason for me to comment on your house." Also saying that Quad gives herself enough compliments, so girl, I'm not gonna pat you on your back. So it's not that you didn't really notice the house; it's just that you feel as though Quad basically ego is already big enough, and because you don't really too much care for her, girl, you don't want to give you want to compliment the girl house, but you don't want to because you don't like her. Girl, anyways. They start going back and forth. I'm gonna tell y'all, baby. To me, Quad was wearing Toya ass out this whole reunion. Toya tried to hang with Quad, but to me, Quad was wearing Toya ass out. Girl, she was. Girl, she was. Okay, let's talk about it. I'm what you want to be. Toya started saying that Quad says that Toya doesn't like her husband. Listen, this is the thing. I One thing I have noticed is with viewers of the show, whenever they don't like someone, not y'all, but people will start to discount the things that they say as if it's a lie. I don't know if Toya disrespects her husband, but I would definitely say she embarrasses the dog fuck out of her husband. Now, I guess that would be up for Eugene to say also if he feels embarrassed. But to me, I get secondhand embarrassment over the things that Toya says about Dr. Eugene. She does say things that no other wife or well also girl maybe because y'all some girl. She just says things that even if I was in a relationship, I probably would not feel comfortable saying about my partner on TV. You see what I'm saying? So when Quad says that girl, you disrespect your husband time and time again, I mean, that's what people have been saying forever. I think that now because Quad is saying it and because for whatever reason people don't too much care for Quad, now I see people saying, "Oh, Quad, shut up. You lying." Is she really lying? Okay. Um she would love a Eugene. She would love stability. We're just gonna have to talk about this. From what we see on the show, if I had to say that anyone who does not have stability, who's the most unstable, it would be Toya and Eugene. Toya and Eugene have had at least 5 different addresses since they have been on Married to Medicine. It's not like Dr. Eugene is this doctor in the army and they just move around from city to city. Girl, they are in the Atlanta metro area. It looks as though Toya and Eugene can't afford their lifestyle because every time they move to a bigger house, they have to then also go back down and downgrade. Because I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. If Toya and Eugene would have stayed in their first home that they had when they first got on Married to Medicine, and Toya just would have stacked up her paper, Toya and Eugene could probably afford the house that they just moved out of. But because Toya and Eugene were in that house when they first got on Married to Medicine, moved to a bigger house, then had to move back down, then had to downgrade, then, when I guess they felt like they had enough money, they built their home. Then they couldn't afford that, and they had to downgrade. So as you can see, every time they go up, they have to go down. Up, down. To say Quad doesn't have stability is a bold-faced lie. Quad lived in her home with her husband. Her husband and her got a divorce, and like most people do, or I would assume most people, you move out, somebody moves out. Quad moved out into a townhome that she was renting, and then she bought her a home. I think that it is an insult to single women for Dr. Simone and anybody else to think that because Quad is a single woman, that there's no way that she could afford her home. Now, I think that if Dr. Simone would have worded it differently, she could have actually been onto something like, because we're supposed, this is the thing, we already know how reality TV works. We're supposed to act like this is reality TV and these people don't get paid for their services. These women get paid good money. If Dr. Simone would have said something along the lines of, we all know that Quad, if she would have said something like this, we all know that Quad does not have, she does not work, right? So we're trying to figure out how she can afford this house. Now, of course, they still get paid from the show. I don't know. Dr. Simone could have worded it differently. It comes across low-key sexist in a way because you're saying that if a woman is single, then there's no way that she can't be able to afford a certain lifestyle without having a man in the house. And that's why when Quad was going off the last episode, you got a man, and you still can't handle your business. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. Another thing too, Quad has said that she has investments, a nice portfolio. I remember Dr. G saying that he never took money from Quad. He never knew how much money Quad had. It is very well possible, y'all, that Quad is not some hood bitch from Tennessee who don't know how to manage her money. Quad is his kept. That's Toya and Eugene. Quad could be a woman who's smart with her money. Quad has been on this show for 9 seasons. I remember Heavenly saying out of her own mouth, now I don't know how much Quad make, but I remember Heavenly saying out of her own mouth that some of these women on the show she know make at least $80,000 an episode. Quad is an OG. I could see if Quad had just bought some mansion in Beverly Hills. Quad bought a $2 million house. Quad has been on the show since season 1. This is the first home that she's purchased. Quad don't have no kids. Quad the responsibilities for Quad as a single person is not that of someone who has kids in a family. So it is possible that Quad got that house on her own. I have stability. I am stability. I'm what you want to be. They're going back and forth. Toya brings out her pay stubs. I'm sorry, y'all. The pay stubs didn't land. Quad started giggling. Can I just say something? For us, $14,000 a month is a lot. We po. For them bitches on that stage, that's how much Jack could probably make in one day. Okay? That's how much Dr. Heavenly make when she go to work, when she in people's mouth. So Toya bring out the $14,000 don't mean nothing. That's why Quad started giggling like, girl, $14,000, girl. Bitch, we over here making... I don't know how much Quad make. I don't know what Quad doing outside the show. Quad could have properties. Just because Quad is not running down her resume like Toya don't mean that Quad ain't got nothing going on. Quad is in skill. Y'all know Quad could probably have 5 houses that she girl renting out. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say it, but with Toya, you bringing out your pay stubs, it still doesn't negate the fact that, girl, you and Eugene suffer financially. Even with that $14,000 that you're bringing in, girl, it's still not enough, because if it was enough, you wouldn't have. Can I just say something? And this is not to sound like, girl, I grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth, because I didn't. Girl, I grew up just like y'all. Some of y'all, okay? That $1 million profit that Toya and Eugene supposedly got from the sale of their home, that ain't no fucking money, y'all. $1 million ain't no money. Bitch, if you give me $1 million right now, by the time I find me a cute little townhouse, that's gonna be about $400,000. And that's just something that's probably gonna be in one of those areas that they're building up. You know what I'm saying? That's damn near half of the money right there. So all I'm saying is, even with the profit of $1 million with Eugene and Toya, that still ain't no money. And clearly, with the money that Toya is bringing in from whatever and whatever, girl, that's still not enough money. Like that, y'all can come for Quad all y'all want to, but the truth of the matter is, Quad is stable. Quad got everything she got without a nigga in her house. Well, some people will say that because Dr. G wasn't, girl, making her pay no cable bill. That's why she got what she got. Anyways, girl. When Quad said you might as well get a mobile wide, double wide, a mobile home double wide, because y'all still know. I was hollering. You're never going to be on my level and you hate it. Why doesn't Quad show that she's dating people? Quad says I paid $150,000. I don't hustle backwards. Toya says, didn't y'all go on vacation? Quad has a polygraph. When Heavenly says, I did say that Quad has a cash register beside her bed. Bitch. Dr. Heavenly and Toya. This is the thing. And again, here we go. I think what it is, I know what it is that people look at single people as disposable. You could tell just by Heavenly saying that I guess it's okay for me to make jokes about Toya because Toya, I guess it's okay for me to make jokes about Quad because Quad is a single woman. Toya is married, as if Quad being a single woman, her reputation can't be ruined by these rumors. We already know how it works. It's one thing for you to call me a hoe and to say I'm sleeping with somebody. You know, my reputation is not going to be ruined because men are not held on the same level as women socially when it comes to a lot of shit. And one of them is pretty much being a hoe and fucking for shit, right? So by you being Quad's friend and you're out there pushing this rumor out that Quad is a hoe who sleep for, towels and cabinetry, girl, it's like, but then you say basically Toya is married as though, girl, Quad could be used and abused because she's a single woman. But the person who's married, It just goes to show that people look at single people, especially single women, as bitch, you ain't shit. Girl, it is what it is. You ain't got shit. You ain't married. You ain't got no kids. Girl, fuck you. Like, girl, what? Why is it okay for me but not? Okay, this is the thing. I will say this much. I don't. Quad doesn't have to come to. This is the thing. Can I just say something? Toya wants to know why Quad, I guess, is acting like it's okay for Heavenly to talk about her but not Quad. I don't think Quad has ever said that it's okay for Heavenly to talk about. I think Quad has been very vocal about Heavenly disrespecting her friends. But Quad doesn't have to come to the defense of anybody in the group. I could sit here and say Heavenly is wrong for coming for her friends, but you're not going to keep talking about me. Y'all going to have to handle Heavenly the way that y'all see fit. I'm handling Heavenly the way that I see fit. And truth of the matter is, Toya, the reason why nobody comes to your defense is because nobody in that group likes you. Dr. Simone don't like Toya. She only dealing with Toya. Dr. Contessa don't like Toya. Dr. Jackie don't like Toya. Quad don't like Toya. I guarantee you, if Heavenly was to let us know the shit that they have said, they have all worn out Toya together. That's why none of the ladies really just come to your defense, because they really don't fuck with you like that. And that's just what it is. Dr. Heavenly and her sister are in a better place. Dr. Heavenly still got a mouth. Jackie and Heavenly look at crying as a weakness. Heavenly says that her her mouth does not affect her business. However, if it did, she probably would change up the way that she behaves on TV. Anila was robbed again. Can I say something? I don't know what's going on with Anila. But Anila, girl, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck you have been robbed twice. I'm trying to figure out what type of security system does Anila have? Because you would think after the first time your ass got robbed that you would have took that as a sign that I need to go get something besides a Ring camera. I'm sorry. I don't know nothing about no houses. I don't own no houses. But if you have a 14,000 square foot home, your security system should not be the same of someone who lives in a 1,500 square foot home or 2,000 square foot. Bitch, you got 14,000 square feet. Nope. By the time somebody even pulls up to your house, you should know. By the time somebody gets on your sidewalk, bitch, lights should start going off. By the time somebody even get close to your door, the cops should be around the corner. By the time they even bust the glass, gunshots should be going off. So I'm just trying to figure out what type of goddamn security system does Dr. Karen have over there at that house. Dr. Karen put up Ring cameras around the house. Girl, that's what y'all gonna do? Bitch, if y'all don't go get a security system, bitch, go ask Beyonce what kind she got, because her house ain't got robbed. Okay? Go ask her who watching her house. The $500,000 free furniture. Listen. Anila is on a hit TV show. Is it like, ratings up there with Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? No. But Anila is on a hit TV show. It's no different than, to me, Drew all of a sudden being on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and now she's a spokesperson for a fitness group. It was only because Drew was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? That the offer came in. It is believable to me that I could see why people will say that Anila is lying, because it's like her $500,000 is a lot of money to it's a lot of money to get free stuff, right? When you add up the furniture that she got, that's a lot of money. But you also have to look at Anila's what Anila can bring in too. She's on Bravo. Y'all act like Anila on Zeus. Girl. Y'all act like Anila is on the Fubu network. Girl, y'all act like Anila on WeTV. Quiet as it. Girl, Anila is on Bravo. Bravo. Anila's mom coming around, I get it. I think if Anila's mom was more laid back and treated the women like they were all friends, because Anila's mama ain't too much older than Dr. Jack and them, child. But if Anila's mom came around and was more so like one of the home girls and not like this controlling mama who still think that Anila is breastfeeding, then I think that they would be okay with Anila's mother coming around. But because she does not behave the way that they behave, it's kind of like, girl, your mama can't come around because she make everybody uncomfortable, pretty much. Simone says, let's get black for a moment. This is what it comes down to. I don't know if Toya has something to do with the break-in or not. But once you look at the optics, okay, it does not look good. Toya tells Carrie that it's a hit out on Anila. 2 days later, Toya have a party, and that same night, Anila's house was broken into. It just don't sound good. But I also know that Quad plays the word game. Whether y'all accuse Toya outright of breaking into or having something to do with Anila's home, it don't matter, because at this point, y'all pretty much insinuated it so goddamn hard that most people believe that you're trying to say that Toya has something to do with it. Toya and Anila have a weird friendship. I don't know if they're still friends, because Contessa mentioned something about, girl, basically, you say you don't even know if this lady robbed you or not, but y'all going on vacation together. It sounds dumb as fuck. Or had something to do with your robbery. And y'all going on vacation together. So I don't know if those are old pictures before Anila and Toya fell out, or if those pictures are current. I don't know. But it also kind of goes to Toya too. Like, bitch, you walking around here talking about you don't know. I don't know Anila, but then but Toya could. Well, no, Toya could actually defend that. No, I thought I knew Anila. That's why I was going out and we were going on vacation. That's how Toya could spin that quiet as Skip. I just thought about it. Toya could spin that. She could not spin it, but not spin it, but she could say, when I say that I don't know Anila, I don't know this person. The person that I was going out with and going on vacation with, I know that Anila. This Anila who gets on TV and tries to say that I had something to do with the breaking of her home, I don't know that bitch. Toya could say that. That makes sense. Anila has a polygraph, girl, whatever. And that was pretty much it, girl. That was pretty much it. I do think it's unfair that Quad, that people think that Quad is not smart enough or responsible enough to be able to afford a $2 million house, and she's on a hit show on Bravo. I think it's fucked up that people think that just because a woman could be single, that she's not able to live a nice lifestyle without the help of a nigga. Because Quad is as kept, again, Toya got a nigga and they still over there, girl, moving from pillar to post. And that's just true tea. That's just true tea. Toya can bring up all the pay stubs she wants to. It still don't have nothing to do with the fact that, girl, your children, you and your husband done had at least 5 different addresses since y'all black ass has been on Bravo.com. Bravo TV. And every time they move up, every time Toya and Eugene upgrade, they move right back down. Have y'all noticed that? So it's kind of like y'all got y'all home, y'all moved to this home that costs $10,000. You can't afford that, so then you move back down. Then you finally get your home built, you move in there, then you can't afford that, then you move back down. So whatever money Toya is bringing in, it's clearly not enough to maintain the lifestyle that Toya wants. Toya needs to probably move back to that house. Don't they own that house? Don't they own that house? I think Toya, if they own that house, they need to move back to that house, sit their asses there, stack their coin, and then they could probably afford that $2 million home or $3 million home. Anyways, we'll talk next week. I'm going to go ahead and say something. I don't like the fact that it looked, I don't know. I'm going to be quiet. It looked like Eugene is coming for Quad. I'm going to leave it alone, though. Because Eugene, don't make me get into your ass. Because you had, he better have been talking to Heavenly. That's all I got to say. He better have been talking to Heavenly. Because him and Toya got a lot of smoke for Quad. Because Quad ain't got no nigga sitting behind her. Because the one who really be wearing your ass out and your wife out is sitting right beside her. So if anything, you need to be talking to Dr. Heavenly and not Quad. And Toya, I'm going to get into your ass next week again, too. Because while you sitting here talking about Quad calling Dr. Eugenia, your homegirl, the one that's sitting beside you, called your husband the definition of a big ass bitch last year or the year before, and your ass ain't do shit but walk away. So I'm just trying to understand how you got all this smoke for Quad calling Eugenia, but you ain't have shit for Dr. Contessa for saying that your husband was a definition of a big ass bitch. But I might be getting ahead of myself, so we just gotta wait until next week to see the episode. Because I could definitely be wrong, because sometimes they chop up the episodes and edit the episodes, and girl, Eugene could have very well been talking to Dr. Heavenly. If he say that to Dr. Heavenly, girl, I will actually kind of live. Because then that will let me know that Eugene ain't scary. I don't give a fuck if you got Dr. Davidson behind you or not. I'm going to get into your ass because you be talking mucho shit about me and my wife on the World Wide Web. Period. I be popping the shit out of this fan. I need to order me another one because this one's starting to kind of come to shreds a little bit. You see? I be popping the shit out of this fan. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'm about to go get me a steak. I will talk to y'all girls and boys and non-binary and everybody else in between later. Bye, y'all.